You listening?
Welcome to the Craic'n Coachin podcast. First in person, although take two.
Yeah. The dog fucked the first one up. Fucking shocking.
We done it last week. First time meeting Donal ever. Walked into the gym. It was proper, raw, authentic, because we hadn't met each other before.
It was like love at first sight, wasn't it?
It's unbelievable. But
both awkward and comic eye contact.
So hopefully that's going to be the silver lining here. We're a bit more used to each other now, so we can have eye contact. It may get weird, but yeah, the dog came in, there's someone else coming in.
Is it? What's happening?
Wee package sitting there for you to get the guys. Just in case you're getting on it, alright, man. See you later.
Keep going. This isn't going to be as detrimental to the first time when the dog came in, and it kind of ruined the whole thing up. Do you want to open the package? Maybe not.
I don't know. It's every refined nutrition.
Supplementation. PEDs.
I can't remember what I ordered.
It is.
Peptides, yeah.
I reckon it's going to be Omegas.
Omegas? It may be. Or no, what have I run out of?
B vitamins.
B vitamins? Oh Jesus. The crab cycle? Oh, it's not. It's not. See, what happens is everything that gets ordered goes through my name for the business account. But, I can't get it open.
It's going to take half the time up, man.
It's fucking liquid chocolate, that's all it is.
Is that what it is? Right, we know what it is. Lovely, let's see.
It's not peptides, folks.
Liquid chalk. Mess.
Except for it literally is the messiest fucking thing I've ever
I used to make an absolute mess with actual chalk in the gym back in the day.
The chalk bowl there, and it just, I mean, like, some people still are in that, like, in the same habit as sanitizing hands. See, especially that shit. Look over it, someone sitting there, got there.
That was me. And you know what, it's not worth it, especially as a gym owner. You're going to be cleaning up so much. Just use lifting straps. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but there's something about chalk, like, as much as I could, like, I'm pointing behind the camera, because there's a rack behind the camera with a chalk bagger, and I'm like, oh, there's just something about getting a bit of chalk in your hands.
Is that chalk? It wasn't.
No, I West Belfast, isn't it? But, Myth, how's your day been? As much as you're over here, we haven't actually spent much time together, because I'm on a fucking bit of a side quest, and so are you.
No, but we spent a bit of time, in fairness. Yeah. So, we actually done the podcast in person last week, which I loved. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll be able to revive something of it, or put up a few outtakes. The dog came in, you were holding him up like Simba. It was raw as you get. It was good. This time we'll just refine it. So we've got the transcript in front of us. We're going to just word for word what we done last time.
Yeah, but I'm dyslexic and can't read. So.
I also, last time, full disclosure, I opened up the tin of Monsters for the intro. And I was like, that's good, we'll have to keep that in.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't be drinking more caffeine. And this is a bit later than I've done it last time. This is usually past my cut-off, but I'm making an exception for today. And also another disclosure, it's nowhere near the amount of caffeine I drank last week in Portugal on the wedding day.
I love that you're like pointing towards the camera, but you keep talking away from the microphone.
So, we'll get closer in.
I need to be that close, but yes.
So, last
wait,
week...
Let's run through from the podcast.
From the pod, okay.
So hit the podcast. It actually went quite well.
So,
the over.
Friday flew home. Sunday
pod, yeah.
Sunday was the pod. I was just back, kind of.
Yeah.
I had the evening, and then I came straight to you first thing in the morning. Went for a nice walk, came back, done the podcast, and then we done a session in Gym Doc, which was very good. Mm-hmm. Your first leg day in a couple of months, I believe.
Yeah, about 2 months.
How'd the legs feel after that?
Fine, actually.
They were alright. I actually had serious dumps after. I think it was just new equipment, different machines. The flight I was cooked for a good few days, like anyway. But
also the fact that you decided to take out your hip thrust and be like with the only leg press, not a great exchange. Like.
I have done that I train legs, I think 3 times, maybe 4 as of today since I came back, and I've done a leg press every single time.
Just not
I don't have a leg press programmed, but every time I'm training, there's a Sayback squat presses in. We done the Arsenal leg press. I just wanted to jump on these pieces of kit. That's been the sort of approach with training. Like I haven't really missed a session. I just adapted my sessions kind of. Like I knew, say, the first week I was going to train. I wasn't going to get to train 5 days a week. I was going to Portugal for 5 of them. So I just done upper lower, got 2 sessions in at a time. Loosely followed the structure I would usually use. And then just used the principles of like train hard, train accurately. Done a few extra warm-ups because I wasn't used to the machines. And like I tried to follow my session structure as much as possible. But if I liked the piece of equipment, I was going to jump on it. Yeah. So that's the sort of approach I took. But
I'd be exactly the same, but in any other new gym. Like I just can't help myself. I'm like a kid in a candy shop. Like I actually want to jump on things and be like, even if it's just for 1 rep, I just want to see what that feels like.
Well, I was in the gym doc,
which is probably the most well-credited place in fucking.
Honestly, it's one of the best gyms ever.
I know he was fanboying over Rob again. He was just like, "Do you remember me, Rob?"
And he was like, "No, who are you, son?" No idea who you are. But then I got speaking to him. I was like, "Listen, man, I half joked that I was going to get a flight home from Australia, say hello to a man, head straight to beeline to the gym doc. It's more than well done. I've managed to get 3 sets in the gym doc. So since I've come back, he's warmed up with me. He started talking about Australia and stuff. And but what a gym.
We joked, half-heartedly joked about getting Rob on the podcast.
I'd love to get him on.
Mate, he was on the podcast, didn't he?
Was he?
Yeah. Only Running or something it's called. Or
get him on then. So he can do
on
the
run.
runs.
On the run. Yeah.
Was he using a laptop and stuff?
No, they actually had him in the gym doc.
We'll get him.
Like same sort of setup as this.
We'll get him in here.
Fuck,
I'll be away. I'm gone on Sunday. Back to Melbourne. Good question.
Early?
I'll have to check flight time. I think I may have a decent bit of time Sunday morning before I have to go up to Dublin. But the rest of my week's been that was a bit of the highlight of my trip. Met you, done the pod in person, trained the gym doc for the first time in 3 years.
And the gym doc is so different.
I was on
like back then, like I was training the gym doc consistently and still had that. The Watson hack. There was no handles on it. Yeah. I always remember like front squatting, like out there, like having my hands crossed because there was just no brace on it at all.
Now they've got Sayback's hack, Atalanta's hack, Prime hack. You're spoiled for choice.
And every pen, like is the Arsenal
pins on there.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, man. But then afterwards we got a vision on. Like these are all things I wanted to take off.
I don't know what he's talking about. I've never had a vision in my life.
Made used to work on vision.
Yeah,
never helped on that.
No, it was actually a good vision as well. It was so good that I decided to have an album on Sunday.
Sometimes you have these things in your head, like I have another vision, and you romanticize about it, and it's like, doesn't live up to the expectations.
But not.
But it did. Like it did, and there was pineapple in mine, it was a new addition. So I did enjoy it, to be fair. And we definitely earned it after that leg session. Like a decent feel.
Really. Even those Smith spots, like I've never ran them before. They just felt heavy duty.
On the Sayback Smith too, so smooth.
To be fair, I thought I was going to be feeling a wee bit in the knee, but it was grand. That belt squat, I just fucking chinless, isn't it?
Yeah, chin me especially. You were good on it.
My head's always been good though.
I just think I overcooked the weight in the first set because you were lifting as well. There's a bit of ego in there, like, and pride, so probably just took a bit of weight off and went a bit later.
I was actually more shocked even trying to keep up with you on some things. I was like, oh my god.
Keep up with me. I told you on the pod that it's going to be like training me or missus, like taking the plates off and then me going in. But it was fairly, but I done alright actually. In hindsight,
I was a big fan of finishing the session with those that drop set leg extension, or not drop set.
Rest pause.
Rest pause set. Elbows.
Until you can't do 2 reps.
Yeah, but you were stopping, even though you could do 2 reps. It was like, what's this guy
You
doing?
can only do 2. You maybe got me on the technicality.
Yeah.
But it was good.
And then I said to you as well, when you're training with Finn, don't go to the posing room. And you did it.
I went to the posing room. I didn't have a choice. Like, you said, well, go in as long as it wasn't done.
He chopped you, did he?
Don't be mogging me.
Okay, get you in there.
No, I didn't. Actually,
Okay, Mr. Palmer.
right, so, okay, sir. But I was bowing in front of him. But nah, I've only done 2 proper posing sessions. So I'm much over again when it comes to posing. One's been with you, the other one's been with Finn. And about that,
2 experts.
I honestly did take a lot away from both of them.
Alright.
Like, I think I'm going to be better in this week's check-in anyway with posing.
Good. Knowing what they are.
Yeah,
Be a good start.
like, yeah, being able to get into them. There's a few small tweaks that I was able to take away.
Was there any contrast between me and Finn? Because of course he's still more in bodybuilding, like, and he's learned a lot more than what I have.
Your main thing was that I took away was making myself bigger, appear bigger. You know, I was like maybe making myself smaller and stuff, yeah. And then the main takeaway from his was it's all about like illusions and making your waist appear as small as possible with like showing off everything else.
Yeah. Which can be hard because like this is going back to your episodes. As soon as we start talking about the fucking sternum and the rib cage, it's like you lock that down, something else that's smaller, and you're like, fuck's sake, like how do I keep my waist tiny?
Yeah.
So it's like you said, just in percentages of being like what one is better.
And I think there is definitely a difference between being able to train the muscle and being able to
Pose it.
turn it on in a posing
Big
setting.
time. Big time. It's huge. Who was it I had seen talk about it? It was, what do you call a guy that coached Seagull for years ago?
I don't have ball fell.
Yeah, ball belly, yeah.
Just gone ball fell.
Yeah, but he was doing a session with Jared Feather, and they were talking about, he was training biceps somewhere, and Jared Feather was like, well, of course, like, this isn't the most optimal way to train biceps, and he's like, yes, but it's probably the one that mimics your front bicep the most, or the front double, and he was like,
okay.
alright, I understand this now. So like, he literally got him into the posing setting, and then made him train biceps, and I was like, that's quite interesting. So they're actually at the point now where he's like, well, is there big enough? So now we just need to train you so well that, like, you know, you're training for a sport which is going to be posing.
Yeah.
So can you hold these contractions for long enough?
And like, I probably never really made the link between training and posing. But you definitely can.
Oh, big time. Big time. Especially when it comes to like, midsection control too, like being able to do that in posing, and then also like it carries across. The same again, talking about that like midsection control, sternum positioning and stuff like that. There, understanding human anatomy and where you're at is going to make you better posing.
Yeah, I agree. I think actually knowing how to shorten anything and what way a muscle moves can help with that as well, just to plan it to posing too.
And again, it is a totally different skill, like as well. It's why you get a posing coach most of the time. Like, don't get me wrong, you're in the money if you've got someone that knows both.
Yeah.
But like most of the time.
No, I will invest in a posing coach. And I said, like, I don't want to be someone that's learning the pose in prep when I'm dieting and I'm already like more fatigued. I don't want to be learning the new skill. I want to have it developed and then I can just refine it. So yeah, like, I'm going to get that in place very soon actually. Maybe when I go back to Melbourne, there's a posing coach in the facility I train in. Maybe get a few sessions in them.
As much as everyone is selling it, like online, and I understand why, and I understand there's good ones out there, like the in-person sessions with James were really good for me.
They were the things that benefited you the most.
Yeah, big time. I had a posing session with Emma in person, and then posed by Emma, and then I had a posing session with James, and then we actually got the benefit of, do you know posed by Hannah?
No.
But she... Sorry, Hannah's actually very good posing.
I don't know much. I'm not really in there.
It's like the UK bodybuilding team, but pretty much the week Finn came over to see me, Finn, Matthew and Jerome compete in Lisbon.
That's right.
Hannah was over doing a posing seminar and came here to see. She asked, could she was like, there's only gyms, blah, 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 and I was like, we're going to the dock to train with Finn Kelly. I was like, come on out with us. So they came out with me and Rihanna. And then the day after, they were like staying too close. It was actually really interesting. Like Finn Kelly came in here, got his haircut. she was in teaching me on how to pose. It was just such a like surreal like day where I was like, this is mad. Like we'd only got like the renovations in gym done. Like gym looked really nice. Finally got his haircut. She's teaching me on how to pose, and I was just like, this is mad. And then the day that we all went up to the dock, like all of us were in the dock change room.
I remember actually.
See the pictures?
I remember seeing the footage of the girl in the posing room taking us through. The posing and then being there too.
But there was so many like William was there, Jack Buffnut, he was there. There was just a couple of randomers there, and we were like, this is mad. This is actually like, it was such a nice like moment where I was like, fuck, this actually feels like a really tight knit community of bodybuilding, where it's all just came together all of a sudden.
Aye, because they're obviously living in England, and then he's still coming over.
Yeah, you're always seeing content as well, and you're like,
you never meet them in person. It's different. Yeah, it's like when I walked in this gym last week.
Yeah,
you in person.
You're like, your brain also takes a second to be like, there's that guy that you speak to from a distance, like the guy you're always talking to on that computer, and then you're like, fuck, he's actually in person.
Actually, mad though. We're 10,000 miles apart, had never met each other, but we're talking every single week. So it was almost normal.
Yeah.
Or it was obviously a wee moment to register, but it was almost normal, just like sitting down chatting. With you, like.
What a weekend. It actually was a good session as well. Blue gym, and then we did anything else after. That was it, wasn't it?
I think that was it. That signed it off.
You drove a car home that evening, but sure, what time we done?
Nah, completely fine. What I've done. And then otherwise I went to Portugal for 5 days.
Yes,
went to a wedding. It was unreal.
See you singing karaoke as well.
I haven't longer. People were surprised. I could do a good rendition of Suspicious Minds by Elvis.
And that's what we're going to do here for the next 20 minutes, folks.
maybe another time.
I was more shocked, like, do you know whenever you see people like that there, and you would automatically assume if you didn't know them enough, like, fuck me, that guy's black.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
also,
just a fun person.
So obviously the only person potentially, as far as I'm aware, who didn't drink at the wedding was me. But
the funnest.
I was maybe the most energetic apart from the groom. I'll give him that on the dance floor. It was the whole time. And then the next day, the day two of the wedding, I was in the Irish pub. I was ordering water, and someone turned around to me and was like, "Oh, you're only ordering water today because that's all you can drink." I seen you last night. I was like, "I don't drink." I haven't drank 3 years, and I wasn't drinking yesterday at all. But in fairness, I had about an obscene amount of caffeine. That's what I was like.
Give me the grammage.
I would estimate 2 grams.
Surely you have fucking banging headache next day, like.
Well, this is my logic. Of course, that is an obscene amount. For context, much as a tin of Monster, 150.
Yep.
So I knew it was going to be on until at least 1:30 in the morning. I used to go to bed at 8:30 in the evening.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so you've got an extra, 6 hours, right?
5 hours.
5 hours.
But I knew by the time you get home, there was a bus taking us. I didn't get home until 4:30 in the morning. I was awake for more or less 24 hours. Because I just naturally wake myself up, like I wake up at that time then.
Right, well then I'd say that it was a gram split across, or 2 grams split across 2 days, like
I was awake for a full day. It was mental.
And then what time did you get up at?
I was up, say like 4:30. Maybe closer to 5:30. Went and trained. Had a 10 months before training. Trained legs. And then
you just want that, like, don't you?
And then had a pre-workout shot in the gym in Portugal. It was like treat myself like I'm on holiday here. Had a little pre-workout shot. Then on the way back, lovely day. Asked Olivia, she wanted a coffee, brought coffees back. Wasn't going to get coffee without getting one myself. So had the Americano. And then we went to the wedding ceremony at 1:30 p.m. And beforehand, I got a double espresso. And how much was it?
What
Price.
We were talking Portugal?
Yeah, the guy went 90 cents, less than €1. I'm obviously going to have a couple in. so I had 2. Right? Had 2, and I was like,
see the way you explained it there, I thought you were cracking from the party the whole way through this here, but you weren't.
No, well, it was like sporadically, but it was throughout the day.
Right. I know we're talking about you being away from 4 in the morning here.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, that makes total sense.
Yeah, and then done the wedding, lovely ceremony. Got the bus over to where the partying would be happening. There was a pool and all. Obviously everyone's like enjoying drinks are flowing and stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna have to be able to keep up here in some way or another. So I just every time someone was getting a drink or a round, mine would be an espresso. And it was like, I'll cut off at 8 I think.
At what point does high stimulus cause you to attack alcoholic?
It doesn't, but people were worried.
Come on,
People were worried about me, and I was like, you've had about 14 pints of Guinness.
You were actually on the floor of espresso.
I was like, I'm sweet here. And there was lack of food as well. Livy didn't let me bring the meals. Understandable. I was
not understandable at all. Olivia, get your shit together.
I was planning on bringing a few on the collapsible Tupperware. And you could use her handbag or something or whatever. But anyway, she didn't let me. She's like, no, that's ridiculous. So then I compromised.
Which is fair.
So there was no food until 6 p.m. And the dinner, I had some of the dinner. Sea bass. No one liked fish, so I got 4. I had 4 sea bass fillets.
So you still
magic protein,
and
then
there was protein there.
So some veg. So my goal for the day was that the protein had it. I almost had a few back-to-back meals before I went because I was gonna have I knew it would be eaten. That means it was like the most non-optimal day of all time.
I don't get me wrong. I like enjoyed my weddings and all there. Hated for the eating. Like, it's just horrible.
Yeah.
Like there's no standardization to it at all. Like, you know what I mean, I want to see you every couple of like small bits.
I know. Well, they were bringing out little small like snacky stuff, but I was just like not really engaging with it too much. And there was 2 mains though. So there was a sea bass and then beef came out, like a beef brisket. Had that. So like,
how did you get both?
Because it wasn't like I thought it was a choice. You do get both, but they were just like within an hour of each other. So I was able to get 2 feedings there, protein back to back, and then sorted me for the day. And then the rest was just fueled by double espresso.
Solid.
And hopefully there'll be some footage soon. But I was number 1 on the dance floor, like easy.
I can't imagine what.
So I always am, but
what moves are you breaking?
I always am, but people don't realise when they're drinking alcohol, it sedates them. It's
so
sedative.
You're performing.
It's sedative, whereas I'm, you know what I mean? I'm stimulated, so I'm more involved. I have a bit more energy about me, whereas they're fading throughout the night.
See, I have a couple of wee just like party trick numbers. Don't really have any like good dance with. Dance with Rihanna.
No, I freestyle. My party trick is bringing boxing into shadow boxing, like.
Slipping people on?
Slipping and like doing the feet shuffle and all. I was getting a few funny looks, but it was good fun as well.
Oh, they're clearly jealous.
They couldn't do it. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I've got a couple of party tricks. As you've seen in Muay Thai, I can flip myself off my back. I can walk on my hands. I can fucking jump through my legs and shit like that there.
So this is another thing. The things I've done since I've been home. I've sparred Muay Thai for the first time in my life.
Which was, I actually really appreciate you jumping on, because
So
a lot of people don't want to come out of their sport as well.
Well, you just said like sparring, question mark, and I was like, aye. So it's like, I'm not going to say no to, I'm trying not to say no to things when I'm home, because I won't get these experiences again. I know I probably won't do Muay Thai again. Good chance like, unless I go and join a gym over in Melbourne, but then I think I'm going to bodybuilding, which isn't going to happen. So I was like, fuck, I'll do it for this occasion, and enjoyed it, although got kicked in the face with no gum shield. Jaw is in a bad way, so I've been struggling to eat the past few days, mate.
Big up, Rob.
Rob, thank you, mate. You've what did James Mack say on the previous pod? Go back and listen if you didn't hear it. But he said, you know, you can tell who hasn't been punched in the face. Well, I've been kicked in the face, I've been punched in the face many times, so it's going to harden me in some way or other.
You're a guy with character, huh?
Exactly. I can now say I've been kicked in the face, never happened before.
Yeah, up until about 10 minutes ago, we did think that, fuck, he could kick me really hard. What we actually realised whenever I was watching it was that I'm a good boxer, but he slipped a bit too low as Rob threw the body kick up and he just ran himself into it. Not great.
So I just walked in there, kicked essentially. So of course boxing, you would think Muay Thai, you've done a boxing experience, it's going to help you. It hindered me on that occasion. Because I was just so used to being in my boxing stance and stuff, and it's hard to detrain yourself after
it's so square on too. There's not much out there like a move moving. Like, you do see it in kickboxing a bit more.
Which is why I would honestly respect martial artists a lot, because they have to blend everything together and almost be a jack of all trades. Whereas I just learned how to box. Learning how to box well is one thing, but being able to mix all the martial arts together with someone who also knows how to mix them all together, that's a serious skill, and newfound appreciation for that.
I'm a big fan of Muay Thai. I've definitely came away from liking MMA as much, but I just think Muay Thai is a lot more entertaining as a sport, because it's not, you're not taking the ground stuff. And I've done jiu-jitsu for years as well, so not that guy's going on their shoulder with their it's fucking weird. I did it too, so we're all good. I was in the pajamas too. But yeah, I think the stand-up game in Muay Thai is just brilliant.
No, the will say as well, see everyone that was there, the sparring session on Sunday, enjoying themselves so much.
Yeah.
Like beating each other up to having a laugh. You could just tell it was like...
There's good vibes, not gym. Yeah. I've been to a couple of gyms as well prior to there where I'd done like MMA and stuff, and I just didn't get good vibes off it. I almost felt like there was a bit too much ego. But Lanka is the first place. Like, don't get me wrong, train the boys, so I had the benefit of getting in and knowing people.
Yeah.
But getting in and everyone treated me really well. Don't get me wrong, I had a couple of rough sessions in the first couple. Sort of like you did stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like,
you learn from them.
Yeah, like we Mick Stewart, the guy that you pointed out, I think he's jacked, isn't he?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like he smashed me on one of them Sunday classes. Yeah, but like it was clearly also me being 95 kilo and not knowing what I was doing. Yeah. Like I hit him a bit too hard, and then he hit me back, and he gave me a first hour black eye, and I was like, fuck, that's a sick black eye.
That's the thing. You don't want to, if you go your hardest at the sport you're not yet skilled at, you're going to get punished like most likely, because they're like, fuck, well, I'm going to show him. Me and you done a bit of sparring too. It was nice. You went easy on me, like, but I must say you look ready for Sunday here.
Yeah, not many people know about Sunday. Yeah, so very, very last minute, but matched on Thursday there at don't think I can this or not. We're in the gym, there's a fucking warehouse next door. But yes, I got matched on Thursday there at 81 kilo for an interclub, so we're doing the first Muay Thai fit. I'm excited. And then you got to see Sunday sparring.
Honestly, mate, like I'm not blowing smoke up your hole there, but you're looking ready, and it was, I told you earlier, I was impressed, and I was surprised by how much you've like developed the skill in a short space of time.
I always say to people, like I am, like, without sounding big-headed, I'm quite athletic. I do.
You are, and like that's what me and Finn were talking about the other day. He was like, almost saying just like,
he does
really, I'm made for bodybuilding, but Donal's like an athlete. He can, if he put his hand on something, he can do it. Like,
well, that has been it since we finished the bodybuilding, and he said it over and over again. And I've been so stubborn to it. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, no, I want to be a good bodybuilder, because it was the sort of community I was around. Do you know what I mean? I was like, no, like everyone else is a good bodybuilder. I want to be a good bodybuilder.
I'm laughing because that's me, probably.
Yeah.
But I do want to be a good bodybuilder. But then, like, I've done boxing and stuff like that. Then I was more like maybe skilled at or better at. But I don't know, there's something too when you want to be good at something.
I think it's just, I just think it's taking on a challenge, and I understand now as well that, like, see, even I see Dad, like you see my story, like, me too, and I was like, this is nothing. Do you know, when you're killed myself?
Yeah, true. See, like,
cutting a couple of kilo for a fight's nothing. It actually feels breezy. Like.
And then going the other way for me, like, I've made weight for boxing for like 10 years as a kid.
By eating football?
Learning as a kid to make weight, and don't get me wrong, old school boxing methods, not ideal. Like, so your weight's not bang on, say. It's like, the protocol was, one cup of tea around a toast and egg, drive in the morning, and then you'll make weight. And to be fair, I make weight every time. I started boxing at 33 kilos.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
At 11 years of age, and I stopped boxing at 64 kilos. Almost double the weight at 19 years of age.
And at 64 is that what we're thinking now, or you're like walking?
Well, before that, so maybe sitting around 68 was my heaviest.
What's happening on now, really?
No, unfortunately.
What are you? 3?
No, I'm not even 80 kilos.
No?
Nah.
Did you actually get scales? I keep forgetting the grammar.
I got scales, but they were honestly, mate, they were a shambles. Shit scales I got. I got them in Tesco's. I'm going to bring them back. They were like, I shouldn't have got them. I should have got different percent anyway. But I weighed myself this morning. So that's one thing I haven't done. To be fair, that's one box I haven't ticked. I haven't been weighing myself daily, but I've been doing a lot of the same stuff.
And now you see much difference?
I'm a kilo up. from.
Oh no.
14 days. I haven't weighed myself in since I got home. Like my last weigh, I think was what day is it today? 15. Maybe like the 4th of July or something. Say just roughly, or the 5th of July. So I haven't weighed myself in this space for about 10, 11 days. And then it was a kilo up from the last weigh-in, which is obviously like a decent jump, but that's why you should weigh yourself like on a daily basis, because that may just be a fluctuation and it may settle back down tomorrow. I mean, so like people that weigh themselves like once a week or once a month.
And just wing it.
Yeah.
And it does seem to be very common with fighting too. Like it's interesting. That's another interesting thing as well as a coach. See, bringing a lot of like the attributes from bodybuilding into fighting. As much as like I understand that they're two different sports, there's some things that carry over really, really well. And I think, you know, understanding what way your body's fluctuating and weight, and especially because like on Sunday here, like I have to weigh in same day weigh in.
Yeah.
And I have to weigh in at 81 kilo, and at the start of the week I was 83.
Yeah. Okay.
So like, and I know, because I do track my weight, and also there's some ones I get up a bit later.
Yeah.
And like, okay, I know like as I sleep in a wee bit more, like I usually wake up at this weight, this weight.
Yeah.
Or, do you know what I mean? It's not like it's going to be the same as me getting up like my 6 in the morning. Like I'm going to have a couple of hours after that there to be like,
yeah.
can I pull
So
up?
you know your body a bit more from weighing yourself on a daily basis from bodybuilding. You understand energy balance, you understand
The fluctuations.
food and stuff you're going to need. So like all
Actually,
this.
big things to do with like carbohydrates and the muscle and stuff too, and like being able to like clear them out. So like this week, it's pretty been bog standard 200 carb every single day, training as hard as I can, and basically trying to get the carb in at the very start of the day, and just treating the muscle like a sponge and being like, okay, it needs to be empty by the end of the day.
What the tens of months of meat do?
Ish. Also, another big thing people don't know, sodium.
Well, on that note, mate, I'm going to have to go for a quick one here.
Go for it. We'll just pause it this time instead of trying to.
This is
no dog
the thing
attacks.
for in person, so no.
No. I actually get to see the piss in person. Some jog on them.
Good to go.
It was actually handy. Found a button there you can mark on the video.
What did you ask?
So we can just cut that.
Oh, okay. So, rolling again?
Yeah. I actually did want to touch on that there. So there is a gram of sodium, I think it is, in a monster. And of course carbohydrates and salt are two of the things that are going to pull water into the muscles. So if we cut both of them out, goes through the tendon, and that means the muscles aren't going to be felt as full or weigh as heavy.
Yeah.
And that's sort of my plan towards the end of the week here, is just pull carbs down, pull sodium out, and maybe a wee bit of fibre as well, because that usually has a bit of residue in the stomach.
Yeah.
It should be.
So you're more like you're managing your own nutrition for this as well?
Yeah, but don't get me wrong, Ben has helped with the deficit and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
there.
that's right.
But on the back end of things, like I got matched a kilo later as well, and you know we're not getting true weight for Sunday here. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be truly 2 kilo down within the space of 6 days.
No.
Like it's not happening.
And like, yeah, it's just about fasting for a bit and then you can feed up.
Yeah, exactly.
And mate, what do you think you'll be sitting at on the fight night?
Well, so I'm not getting the benefit of like this because it's only an underclub. It's only sort of like a small sort of venue setup.
Yeah.
So I'm literally probably weighing in about 9 AM and then fighting at like 1 PM.
Okay.
So that's our thing as well. I can't do it too extreme, so we have to have a bit of like fat loss there. But you hear about the boys, like they're doing 10% of their body weight in a week, which is frightening. Like,
Yeah.
do you know, so some of them are like Dean would probably start the week at like 72 kilo and weighing at 66 by the Saturday.
That's mad to me.
Isn't that? But it is just like, it just shows you as well, and this is just a bit of a circle of what you're saying, like fluctuations happen, and they happen because there isn't differences in like in our fibre, our sodium, our carbohydrates, you know what I mean? And as much as like they're not supposed to be, because we're supposed to be continuously doing things at the same sort of rate, like a meal time could fuck it up.
Yeah, but different levels of stress day to day too. Different levels of physical stress, psychological stress.
Of cortisol will inherently.
Information. If you took it like me, if you took a lot of punishment, more than usual, all these things play a role, like, don't they?
And people are dictating and making massive changes off of one way.
And again, there's a lot of like dangerous protocols. I see even high level athletes in MMA with making weight.
Yeah.
But I would say, but I would say a lot of them have the luxury of now having you in their corner as well, and almost managing that side of things too.
Yeah, you're trying to do it at a reasonable level as well. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here being like I know everything perfectly, but I also know whenever something's a bit too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've always said this with bodybuilding as well. Like, I would much rather pull someone out of a fair show and them to hate me than to danger them.
Yeah.
Because there was times where, like, even Conor going into that there, like, there was a kind of this bodybuilding show there. There was the idea that we could have brought in like some really strong diuretics to dry him out, and it was like if we miss something by a couple of grams here in terms of like sodium or liquid or whatever, like he could end up dying, and that's mental. Like that you're able to take that. Like there's literally people dying on stage. That's a weak being dramatic, like from using like extreme diuretics and not being able to get them back into the system and stuff like that there. So you know, you could take that there and you can drink as much water as you want and try and put in as much sodium whenever you fucked it up, but like your body has a blockade in place. Like it's not going to happen.
Yeah, just risk versus reward as well. It's not always going to be worth.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's some point on stage that did take some fucking interesting drugs, but you know, is it worth it? Is it worth it for PCA and Dark?
Yeah, probably not.
No. At the time, like you're not that deep impact, you'd probably like, yeah, I'll do anything for it. But it's 6 months later and you're sitting there eating Chinese and you're going, fuck me, I can't believe I was going to do that. I can't believe I was actually going to let myself do that there. Like,
when you're in the moment of something and not being able to take yourself out of
to see like the overview
or look objectively and zoom out a bit. But again, that's like
coach.
That's what I was going to say. That's like the benefit and like the real value in coaching is like you always have an emotional attachment to what you're doing, and having someone else oversee and help guide you, even at the highest level. Like the best athletes have coaches for a reason.
And I think it is making those calls, especially whenever like you are chinned and emotions are high.
You're not in the right headspace to be able to make your own objective calls. Like
no, not at all. Like,
especially when it comes to extreme things like bodybuilding, like fighting. You know, having someone there is just
making a difference.
Life saving, but then they do like.
Fuck, definitely, and especially something like cutting protocols people are doing with this, and how much water they're trying to cut. And, you know, even the idea that like you're sitting in a bath, I think, by yourself, a skull and hot bath, being like, I'm just gonna cut this last kilo. It's like, is anybody in the house with you? Like, no. Like, well, get the fuck out of that bath. You're mental. Like, what happens if you just faint?
Just take an extreme example. You remember 2013, 2014, McGregor's weigh-ins when he used to make 145 for MMA.
I remember him looking like a fucking skeleton.
It was frightening.
Yeah.
What he looked like. He
Yeah,
actually looked like he was at death's door.
Yeah.
But there was almost like a weird eerie sort of
sickly
feeling
feeling.
That almost probably made the opponent go, Jesus, this guy is like cooked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see,
that's why he's not what I mentioned to him.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, he was. That was when he was. I mean, you seen him recently there? Did you?
I'd seen a couple of people say the ACL.
Did you watch it? No, did you see the clip?
Just seen the clip back.
Yeah, so he kind of jumped across the cage, flew across 5 years out of competing, coming back from a leg break, flew across the cage and tried to throw like a spinning roundhouse switch kick.
Yeah.
And the leg that was planted, the ACL went. This was 3 seconds of the fight. It was like, you can't do at 38 what you could do at 28.
Especially heavier.
And you are also, 20 pounds up? 25 pounds heavier?
I'm not too sure what the calculation is, but do you ever see the calculations for like running at certain weights and like how much force you actually take for big dimensions of your feet?
Also, another thing about that there is though, you can't abuse your body with drugs and alcohol for 5 years and come back and expect your body to operate the way it was. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's delusion. And like his thing that was positive about him was his delusion. He was delusionally confident and stuff like that. But when your body stops cooperating with you because you're not doing the right thing, it's like
what could do with it? What you're asking of it if you're not helping.
Especially when you're not sort of like explosive fighter and that's your style, and you always like. To me, it's insane coming out and doing that after 5 years out.
What do you think of the argument of fighters being on PEDs and maybe the possibility that he has been on PEDs?
I think he was on PEDs because he needed to be for the leg break to recover from it.
So then talk about the common occurrence of people using testosterone and of course muscles developing at such a high rate, but ligaments, tendons and bone not doing the same, and then always ending up with some sort of mad injury because of that.
I think that's 100% the factor, but that's like it's almost like irony, isn't it? Because he was taking those to become healthy again, but when then competing, maybe there's an argument to say there, you're going to take these and become healthy so you can function like a normal human being, but you're not getting infected in the cage and fighting again.
He just went fucking a little bit.
Yeah, he did. I think that'll be it for him now.
Yeah. On top of that there as well, like UFC, that was brilliant that weekend, but we just had our first Irish champion as well, Muay Thai.
Now Groovy.
Phenomenal, we can talk about this here. Mate, I was fucking buzzing. Absolutely buzzing.
Seen
of course it's different, I get to see him in person and stuff, but even seeing his reaction.
Oh, he's from the same place you're from as well, London, isn't he?
I'm in London at the minute, but we're both from Manchester too.
Oh yeah. Because I was seeing videos of him training there too. I was there the other day.
Yeah, you're
mad.
It's okay.
Mad, unreal, fair play then.
Like, brilliant. So I think, if I'm right, if I didn't butcher this here, he is WBC World Champion at, I think it's welterweight, I think he is. And then he just won the RWS title as well. And that's the first ever Irishman to both.
And for some,
like, not even simultaneously, but to do each of those. Like, he was the first WBC first.
So, like, obviously me not knowing much about Muay Thai, that in terms of the accolades, the belt he won, that's a pretty prestigious one then?
No, like that is it.
That's the pinnacle of the sport.
Yeah. I think that's phenomenal.
That's unreal.
At the age of 27.
He's training coming middle around the corner.
Literally.
Mad. Unreal.
No, obviously that's like I was even to see the emotion on his face afterwards, I was like, it meant so much to him. Not that like you never thought it did, but you realised straight away whenever he just went like he was so excited, and then he started crying. He was like, fuck me, it's actually because
whirlwind of emotions.
I don't know about you, but see growing up, like you always heard about Garrett and I. Like always heard about them too, like doing Muay Thai.
Yeah.
I used to work in a wee spar in Eagles, and like Gareth Spar used to come in and he used to talk to my older cousin, and you know, he's here like, he's been gorgeous, class fighter and all, and I was like, oh, fair enough. And then as you're growing up, you start hearing more and more about the winning fights and the domination stuff, and you're like, fuck, this is interesting, this Muay Thai stuff. And then now to be like involved in it, and then to see him win that there, I was like, fucking nuts. I guess like whenever me and Rihanna were in Thailand and then we got engaged, like we went to Manhart to train, like we were chatting shit with him every morning because he was out there training. Yeah. And it was just like the same action.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad when someone who you know, when you actually have interactions with them in person, like, and go on and achieve something like that. It's inspiring, like, as well, I'm sure.
Amazing.
Is there anything, I know, is there anything we spoke about last week that we want to speak about again?
Chinese.
I know we're just freestyling.
Chinese. People want you to get a Chinese. Like, you want to get a Chinese and you get home out of it.
The first thing everyone's going, oh, you're going to get a Chinese. Belfast, like, because
I haven't been home in 2.5 years, just to sort of update people again. I know you still know.
Yeah, first time home in 2.5 years. Obviously, people think, well, Boojum was ticked off.
Yeah, maybe Boojum.
Sure, people are like,
there's better places and all. No?
This is what I said last week as well, which is funny. I was having a conversation with all boys from Belfast, guy from America, who were out just before I came home, and he was trying to explain to the American the best Mexican is in Belfast, referring to Boojum. I think I'm not sure about that, mate, but Boojum's good. I don't think there's many. I haven't had any better in Belfast anyway.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
Have you had Guapo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Guapo pizza.
It's good.
I'm up over the dairy folk. Guapo pizza.
Yeah, and all the dairy ones would probably, most of them agree, and I think there used to be a Boojum beside it, and the Boojum never got any business like.
No, it didn't. It actually didn't. So I actually worked with Boojum at the time. My manager ended up getting a part of work, and she was like, yeah, like, you have no business here at all.
I went and got a Guapo, and it was great. And I like that they have like straps in them. It's normal, like, but
Also,
stuff like that.
it looked like they had something from the actual large burritos, but on the menu board, I was sitting there. This has me intrigued. It was like a 24-inch tortilla and all 5 meats in it.
Jeez, that'd be too much. I don't think I'd fancy it at all.
We're
So
in the opposite ends right now.
I suppose it's true. That's a food challenge, though. That's like it's a bush dogger trail for me at the minute.
That's me one. Very ridiculous.
But yeah, what else? The Chinese. So there's like people are like, "I'm gonna say you're obviously gonna get Chinese." I'm like, no, I have no interest in getting the Chinese. And I'm sure most people, even if you like a Chinese, will agree. The idea or the thought of it is always better than the reality of it and how you feel after tackling the Chinese. Like, and this is one thing we spoke about last time, wasn't it? When you go from eating like a really clean whole food diet and you don't really have anything in there that's similar to like junk food or like a Chinese. Eating that there is never worth a trade-off to what it does to your digestion. Your digestion becomes a lot more sensitive, I find, when you know, start like just eating like clean diet and eating the same stuff on a daily basis. Anything you throw in the mixer, like offset it, something as extreme as like a Chinese.
I cannot get away with. I think the dirtiest thing I get away with these days is a burrito. I can't get away with Chinese and chili and pizza.
But none of these, like, this is the thing as well, like,
They never live up to it.
none of these things appeal to me.
I mean, they do sometimes to me. I'm not like sitting here and preaching.
No, but
I'm sitting there going, fuck it.
I'm not even saying this like, oh, I'm so hardcore. It's just like, once you go away from that for so long, it loses its appeal. I think the reason it's appealing is like,
You somehow got me back on cream rice. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why I was inspired by
you
this.
got cream of carbs, didn't you? The
I've got both.
HR labs,
Got both. Got cream of carbs and I got the cream rice.
which is the oat blend of the cream rice.
And like I've been saying that the whole way through prep, was like cream rice is bollocks. Cream. I think we actually call it croats. At one point, yeah. So I started it, and then you sort of pioneered it from there. But yeah, like it's so much better. The texture is so much better. It tastes like you're actually eating something. I mean, comparatively, also from a standpoint of your guts microbiome as well, it's going to be way better for you too. Actually having some other like carbohydrate source in there instead of always having rice. As much as it's great to digest and stuff, it's going to be very, very helpful. So, adding the oats.
Yeah, so I mean, they've basically just made a blend of what you were doing manually with the oats and the cream rice, haven't they?
Yeah, they haven't given me any money yet.
It's oat flour.
So, is it oat flour?
I think it's oat flour and rice flour. Essentially, I think that's what it is. But there's a few have done it now, so it's catching on.
Maybe we should. Surely we could get something on there like, and prove that we were doing it before it was.
Or maybe we should just come out and make our own. Shout out to Atlas Nutrition.
That's right. Like, all your videos are popping up now. I love the production of them. It's very good.
Shout out Atlas Nutrition. Client of mine got them on the cream of rice, and then he realised like I'm getting this shipped from overseas in the UK. It's cost me a fortune. Why is there no cream of rice in Australia? So he just went and made his own. Him and his mate, and they launched the product. And like, obviously they've asked me to help out with the promotions of it, but I'm not joking. It is the best. Like they've nailed it. And like it's early stages. I'm sure they'll refine it in some way and get better too. But they released like chocolate mug cake, which is like an Australian like delicacy of mug cake. Cinnamon scroll. Cinnamon scroll is my favourite by far.
Cinnamon, I'm
a fiend for cinnamon. I think I say that in the latest reel. And then vanilla. So you can't go wrong with vanilla. But they've nailed the like texture and stuff of it.
What do you think? I think talking about throwing some oat flour there and getting out of
maybe down the line they could maybe look at that. But for now, I think like cream of rice in Australia is like almost like a new thing. It's in its infancy. Okay. The right word.
Yeah. Which is interesting because you would think that Oz is so much further ahead in what
they all use rice flour, like Mackenzie's $1 or $2 rice flour.
Seriously, do they always have the fucking shortbread on front of it too?
Yeah, that's what that one is. That's what that one is. So when I moved over, I was obsessed with cream of rice, trained by JP, and I was like, where can I get cream of rice? And I was like looking it up online, and it was just this rice flour thing kept popping up, and that's what they're all using. I use it for a bit, and like.
Get used to it.
You can make it nice, of course, like.
But it's not the same.
But it's not the same.
To be fair, I did use it with It's a nice savoury meat. So I was using rice flour on wrap and going chicken, rice flour and sauce and then veg it. And it was nice. It's different. Like.
You were having the chicken and your cream rice together?
No, but it wasn't cream rice. I was using rice flour.
Aye.
Yeah, cream rice. Yeah.
But you were putting it all as one like concoction?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I think that's mad.
Was that right? Like?
So it was like a cream rice bowl with a chicken on it?
Apple savoury. Like it wasn't like chopped cream rice. It was
Fair,
plain
fair.
rice. Like.
Maybe. Oh, I would eat it like.
You fucking die.
See what comes to like. When you go down that route, like, and you're just looking at like you're just looking at everything from like a macro and
stuff like yeah.
What macro standpoint. So some of the combinations I can't really speak like.
I think it's genuinely how I've always helped. Like if I've ever had a period where my eating hasn't been great, or maybe like work's been busy and my digestion hasn't been amazing, like I just always go back to like a rice-based product for like
rice based is hard to beat.
4 or 5 days, and next minute you're like your stomach's just back to flaccid.
Like it's so like how many people do you hear of that can't digest or tolerate rice? Like it's like fume. Like
it is literally the forefront of the FODMAP diet. Of being like, well, if you've got problems with digestion, well, like that's usually a FODMAP diet. What's the first thing you always see in FODMAP? Rice, chicken, like all these like very bland foods.
Yeah, rice, especially jasmine, right? I think for digestion.
I'm not too educated on that side of things.
Well, you can just digest a bit easier typically than like say your whole grain or like people think brown rice is better.
Yeah, it's
or healthier, but it's
more fibre stuff.
Yeah. And then I mean like everything I have is rice based. Jasmine rice, rice flour, cream of rice cakes. You can even go down rice based cereal.
Actually, you got your caramel rice cakes as well.
I had Snag Attack caramel rice cakes for the first time 3 years.
How do you make them?
They're quality.
They're so fucking good.
Seen them in the bar and I was like, have to, like, it's an off plan.
Especially because, like, if you've got, like, let's say, this morning I had a meeting too there and I had 70 carb, I got 7 rice cakes. 7 caramel rice cakes, so I wanted, like,
yeah. And they're big, like, they're big.
Yeah, you'd be out of it for a while, like. And see as well, see when you get deeper into prep, and I think it's something that you probably will experience or maybe have experience on the diet, like, you started getting very obsessive with texture. Matthew Chapman explained in the story the other day about like being so excited about having like a bit of sourdough, because you start realising that nearly every one of your meals is like it's either meat or fucking like rice, like there's no like crunch to it.
Yeah, I actually think I might move when it comes to prep. I potentially might move away from rice though and go more towards like high volume like potato and stuff for some of my meals.
This is an interesting one because I started doing that there towards the back end. So see at the start to get things going fast, stick a rice, and then I would towards the back end as you are starting to feel like you're fading out, and you not that you need your food to last longer in terms of eating it, but you need to last longer in your stomach because you start realising your blood sugars drop out very fast. Bringing in the idea of those higher volume foods, most of those high volume foods that aren't rice, like potatoes, like
Potatoes so good as well.
but they have that benefit of being a bit slower digesting and having that fibre in them, so it does take a bit longer for your body to process.
Have you ever seen the satiety index of the most satiating food? Potatoes top of the list.
Is it?
Number 1.
Well, the only thing I would say is that if we look back on Keefy West's most recent prep, a lot of people did say about his stomach being expanded so much. Whenever he
eating a lot of potato.
Fuck, especially coming into like he was angry with this. Genuinely,
yeah.
So he should have been training out for they're getting the tighter stomach. So like you can really play with that visual aspect as well, not from just training and posing, but what you're eating.
That's true. Like that's why I like abusing the likes of veg, and to the point where you're eating so much volume of food it can probably.
Well, again, fibre goes both ways, doesn't it? Like, if too little fibre causes the same effect as too much fibre, and it is the equivalent of you being fucking constipated.
Yeah, I think it's 14 grams per 1,000 calories of your diet is a good, like, roughly a good, something to be good to shoot for.
I would usually go in around that 30 to 40 marker for most people. Like.
In terms of their overall diet?
Yeah.
I would say I'd land about there too.
Yeah. And you probably do this as well whenever you take on new clients, and like even introducing fibre alone, whenever they haven't really had one with that, they actually have a problem like stomach issues, and you're like, what the fuck's happening here? Like, their dad's fine.
Yeah.
And then you're actually realising, oh, they've never had that much fibre in their diet before.
Yeah.
And then the next minute you start getting text messages about, mate, my missus says my farts stink. I'm like, oh, you actually have fucking protein and fibre in your diet for once. Like, imagine. And you're actually getting this, like, another big one as well with prep, I think. like I talked about, and it was a bit much of a conversation, but it's like, see not having like an off-plan meeting and upset your stomach, and then you having the skippers, right? See having 9 months of perfect poo, you're like, something don't feel right. Always feels like there's something there that needs to get out that hasn't been out in 9 months. It's rough, like.
Yeah.
Bit of an off couple.
Fair enough, mate. We'll not go down the Bristol stood chart route.
Never heard that one before.
Have you that?
No.
Just like the chart of how good your poo is.
The colours and stuff, is this?
The texture of it.
I
I don't want to go down this route
I did a
here.
pee chart recently in like a hydration guide that I made. And it was actually quite good.
For your clients?
Yeah, but it was actually Claude was quite helpful with this here.
Okay.
And I put it actually put like a deluxe colour chart of piss. And I was like, here's where your pee should be. And I was
That's
like,
cool.
that's
That's
I
good.
would not like to see it for poo like at all.
Show you it after.
Your poo or?
No, the stood chart.
See how fast this monster goes through.
No, it should be alright.
Is there anything else we actually were supposed to chat about last week and just haven't got around to?
My travel,
Yes, your travel plans.
my travel with food in particular was on the agenda.
Yeah, it was. So you were very prepared.
Basically, just prepared my meals.
Big fan of setup.
Ziploc bag for each meal, a collapsible Tupperware bowl. When it came time to eat, I would just Ziploc bag goes into the bowl. The Ziploc bag goes into the bin eventually. Eat the food, job done. And I prepped 7 meals. So 5 meals, I took a baseline rest day, food. And I was in the plane. I was like in the air basically for 24 hours.
Rest day food?
Like 3,300 calories roughly.
That's not enough. Like.
Yeah, still decent. So decent amount of food. I prepared 7 meals, but 5 of them was just to match like the macros of my rest day, baseline rest day. Just using dry ingredients. So I just used rice and pasta for the carb sources, and turkey mince and chicken for the proteins to keep it really simple. That was my rotations. I added a bit of dates and honey in, mixed the honey in as well, so I couldn't be flagged up as liquid.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so I took 5 meals, matched macros, and then an extra 2 meals to bridge the difference in time, which was just like a chicken rice and a turkey mince and pasta. I had 6 of them in total. There was one left when I got to Dublin, but it was mush. It was mush in a bag by then. Dublin wasn't getting touched like, but the other ones done me really well. I was nonchalant about it. There was no like, people weren't giving me funny looks or anything. It was dark half the time. It was absolutely fine, and I avoided like plain food.
Which I don't think is the
Food.
worst thing in the world on long flights. It actually seems to be like a pretty balanced enough meal.
But like, yeah, but also I think I only seen them come out twice in a 14-hour flight with food.
Yeah.
Like I need to eat more than that, like, you know what I mean? So,
Well, I sleep, unlike you.
well, my thing was too, it didn't work out perfectly, but there's an app called Time Shifter, and it tells you when to sleep, when to take a nap, when to be awake, when to look outside, so that you can not suffer heavily from jet lag. So you can adjust to the time zone you're going to be in, so to the Ireland time zone. So for the first flight, I was supposed to be awake for most of it. Olivia slept for 11 hours.
Good for some.
So like she slept right through, which is magic for her.
Yeah.
But then I always like had to be.
That would have been your usual bedtime though?
Yeah, so we got on the flight at like 9 PM, which I would be sleeping like. But I had to adjust to be in whatever 9 PM in Melbourne is maybe 12 PM potentially, something like that in Dublin in Ireland. So I was adjusting to the time zones, which was hectic. I was in all sorts of different time zones straight to the time in the sky. I've been in all sorts of different time zones since I came home too.
I'll be in Portugal as well.
Yeah,
What was it?
Portugal's
An
only
hour
like
difference
an
from
hour
here?
difference to be fair. So
Still enough to fuck you up.
just spend that much time like out of your normal bubble routine.
Yeah.
It's been a challenge, but I think like how I've adapted to I'm happy enough with how I've done it. from a nutrition and training perspective. Like I just mimicked what I'd done on the flight, the long haul flight for the Portugal flight. I brought 10 meals actually for that one.
Is that because you knew there was going to be a bigger difference with getting into like the, I guess, Airbnb or hotel or whatever? So,
I knew I was there for 5 days too.
what do you mean?
I was in Portugal for 5 days.
Yes.
So like
Why bring 10 meals?
the meals were to do me for those days. So it was like that's still not enough.
No, it's not, but I was like, alright, fair enough.
So I could have brought more meals. I actually butchered it slightly because I thought I was going away for 4 days and coming home the 5th day. I was staying an extra day, but those meals kind of helped. Like I had like at least maybe 3 of them daily, and the rest of it I was kind of just like I had an off-plan meal out every evening. So like I just dropped the meal in basically and had one less meal than normally would.
Sounds like you balanced it really well if you're only a kilo up though. And I would say if you had weighed yourself at the very start when we got here, like there wouldn't be any difference, of course, like with the flight and stuff. So it clearly has been Portugal. Thought not really.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, true. Could be. Like I had a sushi, a big massive platter, sushi platter myself, magic, but like so light too. Like if you was hungry after it, you know what I mean? I had
It's so easy going down to, isn't it?
just goes down like a treat, and then the following night I had a steak. Went out for steak, Portuguese steak was good. And the other off plan was like the wedding day, which we already spoke about, the sea bass.
So nothing.
Nothing,
A wee bit higher fat probably.
Yeah, higher fat content, but like if you look at the total, I probably ate less. I probably underate on certain days because like long periods of time without eating on the wedding day and stuff like that.
Yeah. So balance and stuff out.
The off-plan meals wouldn't have been super high in calories either because I've like made smart choices. So I probably did like eat less calories than I would have done.
Yeah.
But definitely like a bit waterier and just with travel around, yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah.
Had you seen any difference between you posing with me and posing with him? Again, your physique for being a kilo?
I actually looked a bit better, I thought.
Yeah.
Recently.
Good for it.
I think I looked heavier when we went. Like a bit puffier.
Maybe more just having more attention from the flights.
Maybe it was a bit more.
Because you definitely seem a lot more rested than I did.
I felt a bit lighter. Of course, like then, I was definitely jet lagged the last time we tried to record this. So maybe we can put it down to me. It was my fault.
To be fair, since meeting you, do you know whenever people always talk about like, you know, like being addicted to something, and they're like, fuck, like, you know, yes, I take coke on the weekends, but at least not as bad as John Boy down the street there is taking it every single night. That's where I feel right now about my caffeine and taking you. Like, I don't feel as bad anymore.
That's good, mate.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm happy to help with that.
I'm half a gram a day. Well, today.
Usually that's me too. I actually had an extra today.
5.25 today.
I had an extra today. I'm well past my cutoff, but we'll not mention that. But that was for the pod, and my caffeine intake's been slightly higher. To be fair, I might struggle to sleep then if you come think of it.
Or for a run or something.
What?
Actually, I've got a Muay Thai 105. You want to jump in?
I'm gonna give that a miss this time. That was a one and done for me.
Yeah. Enjoyed it though?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was bringing back the years almost. A bit of a throwback for me.
Yeah, it's just something, don't get me wrong, like definitely tick the box of bodybuilding as well as you can because it's a phenomenal experience, but you know, I'm really enjoying the fighting sports.
But I also know but I also know that isn't in me anymore in terms of competing at a good level.
Yeah. Whereas I am just happy being young at the minute, like as much as I'm not on 28 and Finn calls me young. I even realise how young most young lads are like I was probably the oldest bar you.
Were you serious?
In that class, like Rob's only 26.
Is he? I thought he would be about the same age as us.
Liam's 25.
Guy was on the class?
Yeah. Like everyone's so fucking
everyone's young.
Yeah.
We are unks, mate. We are unks status.
But yeah, I'm happily like I don't not get me wrong. I always love the idea of winning. I'm competitive.
Yeah.
But I'm not overly concerned myself about like being like the way I was with bodybuilding, where I was like, fuck, I really want to be good at this.
Yeah.
And clearly it wasn't enough. Do you know what I mean? Like I definitely would have to spend years on it. And to be honest, the only thing I could down to now is that I wish I hadn't done things at a younger age.
Yeah.
Much younger age, but you know, we've got what we've got now. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'll just not do it.
No, plenty of time. Still plenty of time. Like,
I still think I could go to. I would love to. I guess I'd love to fight at pro level in Muay Thai. I'd like to get the shins out and see what happens. Like,
But you've spoken it out in the existence.
yeah.
No reason why you can't, I don't think.
So I've done volleyball naturally. I
Yeah.
would love to do Muay Thai at pro level. Fuck knows what I want to do in the future. I always feel like golf's in the back of my head somewhere.
Golf, so you maybe get a bit of learn golf, I think. You either be golf or be DJA when you hit.
If I don't be JJ,
You've done that as well. I done one session before. Maybe two.
not a big fan of rolling about with people.
Huh?
Not a big fan of rolling about with people.
Not for me. Doesn't do it for me.
Rihanna's the same, it's just like when you're going to punch him in the face, like completely different sport, really.
Yeah, it's getting weird positions and all, and
Mate, you talk about me being like good at something, she blows me out of the water. And everything. Like, I mean, what's she
must be listening to this here.
Seven Muay Thai sessions.
Oh,
Yeah.
what about me and Rihanna a bit?
Yeah, bothering each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She went
These
easy
are
on
fighting for my attention, were you?
She went easy on me. She went easy on me.
She's good though. She kept you for anything you weren't expecting.
No, we actually didn't join up for the spar. We just done the knee and shoulder taps.
Yeah.
So it's just almost like timing.
Yeah. She actually said you were very quick.
Did she?
Yeah.
There we
One
go.
up for
Still got it.
Coach Emmett's
Still got it. Angstas maybe make a comeback at some stage.
Yeah. Did you
Nah,
look into it at all, nah?
Nah, I'm actually all in. I love the process of what I'm doing now. I love bodybuilding, just being present in it. Same way you've been present in what you're doing. You know what I mean?
I know. I think too many people as well, especially with the industries we're in, take away from other people's like challenges and what they're doing. Like I always heard across the board with like bodybuilding and stuff like how horrible it is, blah blah blah. It's just not that deep.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
You
just
just
have respect for what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Like, and like this is a massive one right now. Everyone's getting shit on from your CrossFit and like high rocks.
Higher.
And it's like, have you ever ridden a line for yourself?
I know. What was the thing said in the last episode?
What's that?
The doc. Jordan Shallow said about people shitting on like run clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you're moving further away from helping people by in doing that.
Yeah, like join the run club and show them why, well, not why it's running shit, but why, like, how you could help benefit their own.
Yeah.
Like, help everybody.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, don't get me wrong, don't fucking cross the boundary of doing stuff that you're just not qualified to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, whenever it comes to dealing with people, like, certain issues and stuff. But, if you feel like you could add an attribute to this person, fucking do it. And just don't be someone to a dick.
Yeah.
Like, high rocks is, like, I've done it. It's hard.
It's really tough.
I did it as a doubles and it was fucking hard.
It's not. It's like I know it's not for me, but that's fine. Like other people may get serious buzz.
Your
off doing it.
OG coach is fucking down the rabbit hole, like.
What?
Rory?
Oh yeah.
Roy, like, yeah, he's big up in it, like, he's really enjoying it. And
Yeah.
on the running side of things too.
There you go. It's like it's just that it's probably for competition and pushing yourself and challenging yourself through any sort of physical means. I think is always a good thing.
Yeah, that is where I'm at in life. I'm not doubling down on anything specifically. I just think that every time, and this isn't a perfect thing as well, I think too many people get caught up in the limbo as well, once they've completed the task. Nico Krill talked with us here, quite high but he was doing a podcast and he was like, as soon as you're done that task, like, have another one lined up. Like, stop thinking, oh, when I'm done there, I'll just relax. Like, life is not made to be relaxed. Like, it is literally made to be like fucking challenging, hard, and just continue to push yourself. Don't get me wrong, everyone's going to like enjoy things and do it for your labour. But like, as soon as you're done this show, what are your plans? Another show.
Come relax.
Sleep.
Yeah, no, I do
get
have a
fat.
few bits to do. I actually do. I want to be busy. I want to be more productive because I do actually feel like that maybe I probably earned a bit of relaxing, like over holidays and stuff. But now I feel like right, I can't. There's no more. You like almost feeling lazy. You want to be productive. You want to be working towards something, and that's what I kind of always want to be pushing towards that and doing something in some means that's productive.
Yeah, like
what I wanna do.
I remember coming out of bodybuilding and not having a physical challenge, but a financial goal.
Yeah.
Of being at the time I was heavily in debt, but be different was
Yeah.
the first thing. So I was like, okay, well, this is going to help. I'll be attribute of like okay, well, I need to be debt free, so I need to be a better coach.
Yeah.
Coach need to learn more, and to learn more need to blah blah blah.
100%.
You know what I mean? It ends up not in our vicious circle.
What you said about we're not made to relax, it reminds me of a book I read, Marcus Aurelius. We're not meant to be wrapped in cotton sheets, lying in bed all day. That's what I would say to Olivia. It's like, you're not meant to be wrapped in sheets, get up. She's like, I am. She's snuggled up. And then you look now, you're like, maybe you are. You keep there, but get up out of bed and get after it, like, and get out and do some shit.
It is. It's hard to see people like that too, and it is it's very challenging for me to understand that some people's personality is that they are just happy enough to be like lazy.
Yeah,
and
but they're probably not though.
That's what I think, but then the argument is always
just got comfortable. Like they're maybe not fulfilled in some way. Yeah.
This could be an interesting title. Are people actually lazy, or do they just not know their true potential?
Or do they not know their true purpose? Have not found what they want to do. Just found something that fills them with enough purpose and passion that they get up and they're excited to do every day. Like,
the only bit of advice I always give to young people whenever we talk about it is pick something and just do it at 100%. Because you're never going to regret it. You're always going to regret not doing something.
Yeah.
Like, and that's genuinely where I'm at. Like, I wish I had started bodybuilding earlier.
But just don't pick anything. Pick something that, I mean, you think, you're going to enjoy. If you look at Ikigai, the Japanese phenomenon, it's like what you love, what you're good at, what can help, what can help people and what you can get paid for. If you find that thing, that's your Ikigai, that's your purpose, and that's why like people in Okinawa, I think in Japan, are like live the longest and are the least stressed, most fulfilled. They're the most fulfilled. They have their Ikigai. They know what they're getting up for in the morning.
That's really interesting. Yeah. I would say that I was caught in a young age in paralysis of not wanting to double down on anything because I was so worried of something else coming along that I would miss the train almost. So I was always waiting. I was always like, these are knowledge. I was always waiting at the train station, waiting for the right train. It's like I should just fucking bounce
not going all in, dipping your toes into stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like for me, I spoke about fitness. I was thinking about this the other day. He was like to me, he asked me what got you into bodybuilding, and I was basically like, long story short, stopped boxing because I went to uni and tried to continue boxing, but I wasn't in the lifestyle. It was conducive to be able to keep up doing it at a high level, and almost like lost my way a bit. Like didn't have a purpose anymore. That was like my whole life from I was 11 to this.
Was your identity?
Yeah, it was my identity. I had an identity crisis. So like because it was like I was enjoying the uni life and partying, but then when that was over, it was like, what do you do now? And I found myself in a bit of a pickle for like years, and an internal battle, like boxing but not go all in, and I'm still enjoying socialising and stuff like that. And then that eventually brought me to the gym, and it wasn't like right away I was like all in the gym, but it was like something I used to train, but I used to probably not live the life outside of it that I should have. I used to love getting in training, and then just eventually after a while it was like, right, just go all in on this.
Do you remember any sort of influence on it? Like, was there something you were watching consistently with alongside it? Was there somebody that was like there? Like what influenced the bodybuilding side?
So when I went to train, I used to like my goal was like it was about strength and getting stronger and pushing myself.
No physical development.
Honestly. Not at the start, but I knew as a byproduct of doing that I'm going to make a bit better. I probably didn't understand the side of things in terms of like nutrition and how to actually train properly for hypertrophy. But I don't think at the start it didn't really. I never like I trained consistently, but didn't look like I did. If you know what I mean. Or people might go, I train. Maybe he goes to the gym, but like I'm putting fucking time in. You know what I mean? Every day, and I'm not getting the rewards.
Do you look like a guy who's spending 2 hours in the gym every day?
Absolutely not. And like there's a lot of people like that, isn't it? It's like they spend the time, but like if you look at them, you wouldn't know any different if they train or not. So it's like I was like, right, it's one thing me going to the gym and enjoying it, but if eventually reach a point where it's like you stop doing it because you're not seeing the results. So like I want to start seeing some return on the investment time I put in. And then that was like the first time investing in a coach.
Right.
No, Liam Laverty. Me and mine in school, started coaching, and it was like good opportunity for me to learn some things and develop in. That was the first time I truly got in shape, got into good shape, really good. And I was like, I didn't know I had this in me. I also just be, yeah, like sort of skinny fat with a wee bit of muscle, but not.
Oh, like you got like an arm vein.
I got pretty lean. It was like I was very, and it was like that was like it's almost first time to see a glimpse of right. If you put enough time and effort into something, you actually can get results. Like I was looking at other people getting results, and I was like, I couldn't look like other. I couldn't get into shape. I got once I did, it was like it just like lit the fire. Then that lit the fire for me. Going with a coach for the first time for physique development, and then eventually coaching as well. So I don't even know where this started, but that's how I get into it. And eventually, it's just like doing it long enough, wanting to continue getting better, and then when you really dive into the process of what you're doing, you can improve, and you start making those improvements, and then you really are able to nail in a sort of routine that works for you, that you can sustain without,
Who told you could have been a coach?
No one.
No?
I don't think so.
Anyone sort of influence you in that way?
Yeah, actually, no, you're right. Rory might have said.
I was wondering about it mainly just because I know Rory from chatting to him and training with him a couple of times, and he is very, I think he would pick you out of a bunch and go,
yeah, I think he's seen that potential in me potentially, and I had spoke to him when we were starting off, like this is maybe something I want to do as well. I want to learn as much from you as possible because I want to maybe go down the route myself. And he was brilliant like for me actually at the time. And then moved to Australia, and then I've had previous coaches. It's just developed over time. The where it is now, and where it is now is like a really good spot where I can see himself. Just continuing to do it, continue to get better, because you're always like, you can always get better like yourself.
Yeah.
You can always improve in certain aspects you're doing. I think I've got a good process based on physique development, but then I know there's more levels to go in terms of like a professional business perspective.
Even with physique development, I think there's always going to be there's always a wee way to fucking shorten the gap.
100%.
Especially whenever it comes to some people's day-to-day life and emotions.
So that's what I'm on now. I like just the journey of just like improving, trying to improve all the time.
Every aspect.
And I'm making steps forward. Like I know I'm living in a way that's purposeful. You know what I mean? I'm not standing still. There's like the worst thing is I think is to stay still and to be stagnant or comfortable where you're at.
And then the wrap back to where how long were you stagnant before you actually made the choice of bodybuilding? Because I feel like I was stagnant for way too long. Like I got my coaching qualifications, and then I did a full. Well, to be fair, like I think my thing was that I was always on the route to bodybuild, but just didn't take the day soon enough.
Right. I think I was honestly stagnant for about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
That's a long time.
I think it was the same though. It was. Did the photo shoot at 19, didn't do another photo shoot till I was 21.
Right.
And then it was just after that, Matt McCullough actually had said to me, he was like, he actually used that AJ as an example. He was like, just seen AJ compete there, you're about the same size as him. You should definitely go first in that volleyball. At the time you're in the gym, financially didn't make sense. I was like, I don't even think I'm going to go before coaching. Never mind, I'm going to get this gym open. He said, okay, fair enough. And then sort of started looking back around to it. I'd had probably the worst fucking 2 years in terms of like how my health was and what my mental health was like. Opening the gym, clearly just wasn't on top of it for a good long time. And had also just put on a fuck ton of weight. And then I remember coming into the December that year. I was like, I'm going to go back to what Matt said. Fucking going to bodybuild. I'm going to come out with Ross and started from there.
Bodybuilding was never on the horizon or on the agenda for me, or even in my thoughts. Probably, you mentioned your photo shoots. Probably doing a photo shoot was like, I like that. I like that challenge of really pushing your limits to it and to what you can achieve. And I remember doing a photo shoot prep with that mind almost too.
There's a natural progression too. It's like you can always see yourself doing a certain amount of photo shoots before you're like, right,
But like I really then I was like looking up to a lot of bodybuilders too. That's why I ended up doing coaching with Joe Brightman. I loved the way he bodybuilded. Like when it was him and like Josh Bridgman coming up, and I was following them. I was following Cuba a lot, and like almost trying to copy them, which was not what I should have been doing. You know, because like say like they're volume and all, they obviously need less volume. I was almost like
one working set on everything.
Or I seen an exercise Cuba doing it, would maybe start trying it and stuff. But it was always like curious to what, you know, sort of like all these different methods and what I could then. I was just trying everything out as well, and then eventually you find like you do that enough, you find kind of what works for you, like, and you can take all different approaches to mold into your own.
No, 100%. I also think that being as heavy as I was at the time, whenever I had to let myself go, because in my head I was like, I'm just fucking bulking. I'm 105 kilo here, and I'm just going to keep getting bigger. And it definitely helped with physique development, but at the same time, I was also so deep in the prescript sort of stuff that I was like, oh fuck, biomechanics is such a massive thing here. Like this is actually everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how can I refine this? How can I get better at it?
It's a whole new world as well when you start going down that route too, because you don't even consider those things. It's just like it's almost like you don't know what you don't know.
I mean, some of my best progress was literally coming in here doing one heavy compound. I mean stupidly heavy, and then getting into like isolation work afterwards. And that was my training for years, and like it really helped.
Yeah.
Like big time. And like with the hinge and stuff, like do you know what I mean? Like that's like what we were doing the other day. Like I looked up there and be like, fuck, it's light compared to what I would have done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is so strange right now. Like it almost feels like training's more of an attribute now to the sport than the sport being training for me.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
definitely a massive change because I'm like, fuck me, I almost feel like I'm shrinking. But
Yeah,
I'm not, because I look at myself and I'm like, well, I don't think I've lost much, and then
you get yourself some decent lighting.
yeah, you see how the
Yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
video, but it's fucking nasty.
Yeah.
But no, like that's it too. Another big thing I don't think enough people talk about is like spend time and actually develop yourself in the like, especially with the physique development. Like do a long stint with physique development and then literally just have the minimal effect of those. You're not lose it. Like I always do the same.
Yeah. I think it's always a thing I always say, like, do it really well once and you will
Have it forever.
not have to worry. Say like get in shape really well once. You really not really have to worry about it again if you do it right the first time. I think we spoke about this on different episodes and stuff. See when people dip their toes in, or maybe they want to do that, but they want it to be sustainable. They still want to have all their social life and stuff, but they never then go all in enough to see the results that would allow them to cultivate something that can sustain for life.
You've been doing an extreme for 5 years of eating shit, and then just because we asked you to do something for 6 months, you're like, oh fuck, that's a bit much, isn't it? It's like, no, it's not at all. Like unfortunately, to get rid of an extreme, you need another extreme. And I think that's where people get balance confused as well, because they're like, I need balance. Balance isn't in the middle. Balance is like you teeter-totter between both extremes from time to time. Do you know what I mean? Like your current weight now is probably not very close to bodybuilding, it'll fill this thing away, but it's like, you know, it's not perfect.
No, I'm trying to spend more plates.
Yeah, and like you used, like as per example of being like you have to compromise. You have to compromise with life for once. That's the extreme. Like you have to compromise every once in a while, and then the other side of it is that you need to be a bodybuilder the other half of the time.
And you also need to be able to adapt as well. If your sort of process can't adapt to new environments, you don't really have a strong foundation in place.
Or you just don't want them.
Yeah.
I mean, if the first thing that's going to break the camel's back is going to be like that's going to be it for you, then you just didn't want them.
Yeah, for me, like I can prep some food. It's not the end of it. It's not a big deal. Like it's not over like, oh look at me, I can prep some food. It's like it's just burn home to me now. Like
yeah, Finn wrote in a story. Because he's away in England, and what did he write? It was like a picture of his prep meal in the airport, and it was like was it like you have to want it? It was something along those lines, and
yeah.
then he put in brackets being like this is the bare minimum.
yeah,
Like you're not special.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Like he's not. He's saying he's not a phenomenal bodybuilder. He's just doing that.
We'll be on 123.
I think we've got the good one.
We have HQ, facilitate strength, optimize health, change lives.
Just throwing it in there.
I just wanted to say that.
Appreciate that.
We are in HQ. We probably didn't mention that. That's where we're doing the podcast today
Yeah.
in Donal's facility. What a spot.
Only if it's could be a real.
Second time in it. Last time in a while it'll be in it.
I know you used to get to see the shutter crack and all as well. The training down here is nice.
Yeah, a bit of light. That's something I could touch on briefly. Having a bit of light in the gym.
And did you know
makes
any
it
sort
world
of
of
gym?
difference. Mate.
I've said it, that gym is fucking horrendous for it. It's got amazing equipment. It has the attributes to be probably one of the best gyms, and also the backing for it in Belfast, and it isn't because of that.
It would be the best gym in Belfast, or second to the gym I just trained in, Atlas. And it'd be right up there. But the reason that I love that training Atlas so much more this week was because there's windows.
Mate, see training there like later in the day, whenever you're seeing the sun come down, less.
Oh, really?
It makes that leg extension set perfect.
It's mad, like an environment, and your training environment makes such a difference to your enjoyment. Because I actually messaged you yesterday when I trained in the dark gym, we'll call it.
The dark gym,
and I was like, I actually felt depressed, man.
You had clients in there too. Because I remember them training there whenever I was training there, and that's the reason I left in there during prep. I was like, I can't do this anymore. It was right after that first Lisburn show.
Yeah.
We met Fenton out there, and he was like, I'm taking over Academy Home.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never trained in there before.
It's class. It's really good actually, and then I know they're going to continue upgrading like their hand-set new pieces of equipment and getting them in the already really good gym. The space, it's the space and the light that comes in. And there's a lot to be said for that. Like I think it being in a dark, dingy gym, and like not off, it's okay in the winter, maybe in a dull day anyway, but see when the sun's putting the trees outside.
Like don't get me wrong, in here if it's cozy in the winter.
The funniest,
it's like raining or something or snowing, and you're looking out on the snow, you're like, oh,
what epitomises the gym I trained in yesterday. It was not even noon yet, and I went to record a set, and my camera was on night mode, and that sums it up. Like that.
In this same gym, I had to turn on my torch on my phone. They actually see the lighting splackers.
There you go. Like that's
mental. That's not even being dramatic, like, and you not being dramatic. That's genuine experience. Like.
It's a shame, like, because as we said, it has potential.
Big thing. Also, there was a point in time when the music was fucking ridiculous, like how loud it was, because there was only one speaker for the whole gym. And I remember if I had to go to the lap cool down and stuff, I used to, and this is like at a point in prep where you're getting quite frustrated with things, really small things.
Yeah. Oh Jesus, in a prep setting, that's like hell.
So I was putting in my loop earpods and then putting my headphones over the top with no music playing because I just couldn't handle it anymore. I got that point where Rihanna actually put it in the complaint and was like I literally am on the spectrum here, and things like this here really set me off badly.
As if prep isn't hard enough for you.
Yeah, they didn't even do anything with it.
Nah. I mean, the people who I knew about the music because the lads who you're on about used to send voice notes in.
Questions?
It was just like
training Finn Kelly.
Oh yeah, training clips.
Took the piss out of me. He was like, "What the fuck is that music doing?" And it was just like, I don't know.
It was training clips too, but then it would send maybe a voice note of like, and you would know that they're in the gym.
2 seconds here.
Just mad.
You in a nightclub? It's like, no, buddy, I'm not in a nightclub.
But I must say, happy to tick off Atlas. First time training in it since it was took over. Happy to tick off Gym Dog. First time training in it since it was a leg room.
Is there anywhere else you want to tick off if we go?
Gym Newry. I would love to.
Okay.
I actually ended up training with, don't know if you know Ian Foster.
I don't know, I've seen the...
He used to train Atlas. He does train Atlas. But I used to coach him in Atlas. And just happened to be, he came in today and he jumped in, we trained together.
Did you bump into anyone else you see?
Seen Fenton. Met him for the first time in person. Had a chat with him.
Same much? Flower baby?
No, not at all. No mate, he wouldn't slobber a bit, I don't think.
No, he actually wouldn't, he's so sick.
He was asking all about Australia. I had massive on the stage.
Is he the biggest person you've met in person? Like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so. Yeah, no, he is, definitely. Although the gym owner in the gym I train at, undefeated in Melbourne,
Pretty big guy.
Mike Hussey, he's IFBB pro. Was an IFBB, well, he doesn't do he doesn't bodybuild anymore, but he was absolutely huge, like huge. He stopped bodybuilding and went down the high rocks route.
Yeah, that's pretty mental to me. Like, I understand chasing a new goal, but if you're gymming completely, like, you know, like if in here, like we do a certain thing in here, like if every time my personality changes and here changes, it's like fuck.
True, yeah, that's the thing.
That's not great. Like
the gym is like a bodybuilding equipment gym, but it's there's from clubs. It's High Rocks gym. Like it's more as a hybrid gym.
I love the hybrid gyms.
It's a good gym. Well, I'm probably not going to leave it. I'm not going to complain. Like, but it doesn't feel like a bodybuilding space. You know,
comparatively to some other places you've been.
Like I used to train in one gym in Melbourne, and I've trained some great gyms.
Would you ever take the gym across to Bali to see? Is it called Undefeated?
It's called Undefeated, and I think me and Olivia maybe taking a trip to Bali in September. I will be in Undefeated then.
That place is fucking amazing.
Looks unreal. Yeah.
But he speaks so much money into that. Like.
I know, even like the setting of it, the lights and all. We're talking about lights. It looks class.
It's money. I had was before we booked time out, I was going to book the training camper. You know, actually go out and actually train with them. Yeah. I was so forward, and I just didn't get around to it. I'm actually really doing that.
I get another chance at some stage to do. But yeah, mate, well, do we have anything else we want to speak about? Just been me and you, we've just been us catching up. Hopefully we've given some value or two, like, but just nice us not being 10,000 miles apart.
I'm actually having a proper conversation.
Going from 10,000 miles, never seen each other, to we've seen you 3 times, now. We've seen you more than 9 months.
What are your plans for today?
The day's toast almost. Plans the rest of the day. See what Olivia's had here. We may go up and have a food date next. I'm behind on the food. So a food date.
You have any plans for dinner in Belfast? Anywhere you've gone to the hill since you were back?
Not really. I'm living in Belfast for dinner. I don't know. Would you recommend anywhere? I used to like more seafood bar next to Callie's. But other than that, nah, I don't think we will. I'll probably just leave.
Have you been in the Belfast?
I'm in the city. I need to. My laptop's a bit cooked at the minute.
Right.
I need to get a Mac charger.
You need a MacBook is what you fucking.
I need a new Mac. Probably.
It's stuff cheaper here than Australia. Would it be better if you buy one here? Marketplace. Within Marketplace vlog.
Well, it would be better for me to get some 1MR stuff. Some and then supplements. That's why I stocked up on the cream rice, like, and the whey protein. I need to bring.
What the fuck did you bring here? If you're bringing back like kilos of fucking supplements.
I didn't bring cream rice and I didn't bring
boxers apparently either.
Didn't bring whey, well, I need boxers.
In your fucking suitcase?
Why?
Like how much luggage do you have if you're bringing all that home?
There wasn't that much I brought home back to be honest.
No?
No. I just didn't fancy like cream rice and all the logistics of it. So I just bought it when I got here. It was easy. I brought enough clothes to do me.
I'm trying to think what my day is like tomorrow. I'm wondering if I need to get a wee coffee and pen. So you sound like
neighbourhood. Used to be a nice coffee, an established or two we used to go to.
Fine.
Maybe one of them could have that.
We'll do the fucking big fish walk and sit and bump into Chatham and all.
Who? Why?
What's his better? Just the thing.
Why the big fish then?
He always walks at the big fish and all.
Does he?
Just go stand there and do a front lap spread and everyone home.
I'll be the front lap spread.
Fat spread. Right.
We're up there, mate.
Yes, sir. I think an hour and a half. It's probably a shorter one. Maybe we should do them in person. You know, it'd be probably better for people's fucking attention span.
I don't know. I think they've been bang on that recently enough.
Yeah.
So only when you get the guests on, maybe run on a bit.
Maybe on.
Depending on who you get on, like a lot of people have stories to tell. We'll get some guests back on. I'll be next time we do this. We'll be 10,000 miles apart again. I'll be back in Melbourne.
I'd love to actually chat about that there.
We'll chat about that after the way.
Even bits and pieces. Nah, I put there. Yeah, definitely. Right. Call there.
Slan.
For it.
Falkland Lay.
Bravo.
It was a Wally, wasn't it? Last week. Home.
There you go.
Childlock. Family.
Family and home.
Yeah.
Nice. Perfect.
Right. Slan. Let's go. Hit stop, mate.
I know.